Rick is doing that. The 12-1 football coach at Myrtle Beach High School, Scott Early.
Oh, yeah. Scott Early was, I think, Coach of the Year this year.
He was Palmetto Coach of the Year.
Right, big deal.
Those are some of the ones we've got.
Ed Pietrowski, I believe,
Pietrowski, I shouldn't say this, but I will, our favorite weather guy.
Oh, you better be careful. That guy, Frank Thompson's coming strong.
Frank's coming up strong, too. Also, we have
Nicole
Boone from WBTW Channel 13.
Right.
And Nicole is practicing, and she's practicing with Charlie Womble, who's 9-time overall champion.
Wow!
And anyway, we've got a
So you picked some of the folks from the National Shag Dance Championship team who help pair up.
Well, no,
or you just get random. I mean, obviously they're all pros.
We have some from the team and some that aren't. Some that like Nikki's not on the team this year, but she has been on the team, and Jeff, and they're very good dancers, and and excellent teachers. So.
Terry Springs and Debbie Harwell, I think you'd said, are two other big names.
Yes, Debbie, who we listen to on the radio in the morning on 99.5, and then we have, when we're not watching your show, of course, and then we have Terry Springs, and she's our beauty queen this year. She was a Miss Sun Fun, and Terry's, and it's just realtor now, but she did morning talk shows also.
Yes.
And Terry's big claim to fame was one of her runner-ups when she won was, do you know who?
No.
Vanna White.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You mean when Terry Springs won Miss Sun Fun, Vanna White was a runner-up?
Yep.
I had no idea. That's amazing.
Yep, that was.
We'll have to talk to Hilda about that tomorrow.
Hilda, I'm sure Hilda knows all of her beauty queens.
Hilda's been very involved with the Sun Funds and
I'm trying to
South Carolina pageants.
I'm trying to see
Myrtle Beach pageant coming up at the Carolina Opry, which is part of the reason we've got Hilda in tomorrow.
And we've got a couple of others dancing, and everybody's practicing and getting ready now.
Right.
So
how exciting! And of course, what is the practice consist of?
Oh, thank you. They get 12 hours. Last year it was 8.
Okay.
So we give them 12 hours to practice anytime they want to practice. So
right.
You're going to go for it, do it, whatever.
Some folks have been practicing. I mean, they'll do 2 or 3 hours in a row to really make sure they hammer it. Some of the folks have been practicing since when you called them. Right. Probably once a week, getting ready.
They do like 2-hour intervals. I know Brad White, who is just a super guy up in Wilmington, he's practicing with Celia. And I think they do like an hour and a half at the time or whatever. But some go in there and go, well, let's do 3 hours because the dancer may be out of town and they want to hit it and do it, get it over with.
And thank you for calling me, Barry, and I really appreciate that opportunity. Hopefully I can think about it another year. You think about, and I only mention me because you obviously pick people who aren't necessarily great dancers.
Clearly
I'm not. So
well,
that was kind of
we hate that you can't do it because
it's a crazy year. But
Lord knows what we're missing with that.
Oh yeah, no, you're missing.
We hate
you're not
that.
missing much.
We hate it.
Some of these other folks, Pietrowski and other ones. I mean, they're not superstar dancers necessarily.
No. And Pietrowski is one of them. Like if you do the Miss Sweetie Pie thing, you got to do this thing. You know. And I talked to Sandra Adams, who helped Ed with his talent portion when he was in that. And she said the boy has some rhythm, so we'll see on the 25th.
You'll know on the 25th. And that's a Friday night or a Saturday?
Friday night at 10 o'clock.
Okay, Friday.
We'll have a preliminary part of the Nationals at 8 o'clock with the non-pros, and then during this time, everyone will get to see all the contestants. They'll come out and do a little dance. Just kind of a review thing, very rapid, very quick. But you'll get to see everybody that's going to be back in March those 2 nights.
Wow.
And on that Friday night, we've got the juniors and appropriately the seniors. And then the next night, we'll have the masters and we'll have the professionals who are the top of it.
Do you ever, I mean, does it ever become like a little blah? Or is it always just amazing? I mean, every year it gets better and better. I mean, do you ever get tired of anything?
We hope. We don't want to be stagnant with it, and we hope to do it. That's why last year we added, it's a no-brainer.
Right.
I don't have an original thought in my head, but I can really copy something.
Take a great idea and make it better.
I can copy it, and Dancing with the Stars, Shaggin with the Stars. So that's why we just want to keep it fresh. Also, this year we're doing the top overall winners on Saturday night. We're doing the top overall winners. And we're having a mixed double. That's like if you were a dancer, you'd pull a name out. It might be Hilda's name, and somebody you hadn't practiced with before.
Right.
And we got nice prizes for them. So
that's a great idea.
Charlie Wombles and Jackie McGee's, Jeff Hargett, Nikki Cantulis, and
so they've
Jessica.
all danced together, just not practiced together. They've all danced.
But
together.
I have a feeling they'll be grabbing the ones who are in the contest. And let's just brush up a little bit in case
yeah.
I draw you.
Yeah, they'd be worried about that. That's
right.
Hilarious.
That's
That
right.
is hilarious. Barry, how exciting.
Another new thing, Greg, that we're adding to on Thursday night of the finals.
Okay.
Sometimes
In March.
Right. Sometimes they get the music a little too what the diehards think is not real shag. But it's, they can dance to whatever they want to. So we're having a preservation night on Thursday night where we have gotten 11 disc jockeys and they've listed the all-time greatest shag things. We've polled it, and they've got to pick one of the records off those 173 records.
Wow.
And it's like Green Eyes, 60-Minute Man, the real good boogie blue stuff.
Right.
And I've heard people say, I've never been on Thursday night before, but I'm going just to hear the music.
Barry, this is serious stuff. I mean,
It's-
not only
oh,
celebrating a silver anniversary,
Well,
but
it's just a big
you're
one
talking
for us.
about 11 DJs getting together, 173. I mean, this is big stuff.
Well,
it's not just some guys out dancing and gals.
Well-
I mean, this is real competitors, real competitions. Obviously, a real focus on the scholarship, and we want to talk about that. We've only got about 5 minutes, so
Well, let's talk about the scholarship. Tragically, in 1998, on a Saturday night at the Nationals, the big night, a young lady named Beth Mitchell, a beautiful young lady from Stoneville, North Carolina, she won the non-pro. Beth had only been in it 1 year before, and she and her partner, they won the championship. Unfortunately, the next Friday, she was a school teacher at Stoneville Elementary in North Carolina and has her second grade there. She and her mother were leaving the school, and a tornado came through Stoneville. And they turned the wrong corner at the wrong time, and a building fell on their car, and Beth was instantly killed. And her mother, Nancy, was seriously hurt, but Nancy is fine. And so we started the very next year, starting the Beth Mitchell Memorial Scholarship. And to be eligible for this contest, and we have the juniors, the younger people in the contest, you have to have danced in the contest. You can be going back for your master's degrees or whatever. Since that time, we've awarded 8 scholarships, a total of $33,000, and it started out as 1,000. And some of the people here have been recipients, like Leslie Melton, who choreographs our team this year.
Right.
She's a
superstar.
Yeah. But they've gone, and she graduated from UNCW, but the scholarships now have gone up to $5,000. And sometimes, if they're doing real well, we'll add another 1,000 or 2 the next year, whatever. But we're very, very proud of that, and we're trying to get it up to the amount. And we're not there, but we'd like to be in the next 2 years where it'll sustain itself, where you don't have to touch any of the money, just the interest on it.
There's some real dollars coming in there, Barry.
Yeah.
So if folks were to make a donation, would that be tax deductible?
Oh, very much so. We're Illimosson Corporation.
501c3, great.
Yes, we're 501c3.
Right.
Exactly.
Very important. You mean, so if someone cut a check, would it be to the National Shag Dance Championship?
That'd be the Beth Mitchell
It would be
Memorial
to the Beth
Scholarship.
Mitchell Memorial Scholarship, right?
Right.
Which is almost a decade old.
Right.
This year in 2008.
And they have a big fundraiser, and it'll be the first in February next month. It'll be the first weekend up in Greenville at Thirsties 2, which is at the Shag Club. They raise about $6,000 a year. Well, that's what they did last year. The year before it was $9,000, but we had a flu epidemic last year, and it cut it down. But anyway, we want to get it up to around 100,000, and we think the next 2 years we can do that.
That's great.
We
The
hope so.
Beth Mitchell Memorial Scholarship.
Right.
Folks, if they can't get out later this month for the prelims or even in March, they can support
They can do that.
to set the stage, and obviously it's very worthy recipients. They can make a donation. Could they even bring it that night when they come in?
They can bring it. We will take it. We've had some great recipients. One guy graduated from Virginia Tech, and he's teaching now with UNCW. 2 doctors from Shag doctors, which from ladies.
Right.
One's a pharmacist, and the other is a regular doctor. I shouldn't say that for pharmacists, but you know what I mean.
Right.
And two of the young ladies who've won that have gotten their degrees.
That's
in that.
tremendous.
It's great.
That is tremendous.
It's great.
We hadn't highlighted you've got deep ties in the Palmetto State, but also some good ties to the Tar Heel State, Barry.
Well, I went up there to college. I went to Elon College,
there
and
in
now University in
Yeah,
Burlington.
I know.
And while I was there, I met this lady who was a first-year school teacher. I'd gone to Vietnam and come back and everything, but anyway, and happened to marry her. So I tell everyone, like you, Greg, I married a Yankee. So anyway, she was from Greensboro. So,
I love it. I
yeah.
love it. Good
Yeah.
Guilford Alamance connection there.
Yes, yes.
Those two great.
By the way, you say Guilford too. Guilford College. Her father at one time was the oldest graduate from Guilford College. So all the North Carolina ties.
Yes, there are some deep ties. And as you highlighted, a lot of the folks in the Tar Heel State either come and make Myrtle Beach home, or come down here all the time to dance and have a great time.
They do.
This is the place to do it.
That's right. That's right.
The excitement for you, Barry, year after year, the biggest part for you is it what? Is it now supporting the scholarship? Is it seeing folks achieve success that way, or is it just seeing the dancers?
I always get a cheap thrill out of seeing the dancers enjoyable, but seeing who's going to win, I'm really happy for them. And then I kind of try to get out of the thing of feeling bad when somebody loses, but somebody's going to have to. The team has been a big part. The team has done a wonderful job to promote Shag all over the country, from California to New York and Tennessee and everywhere.
Right.
That's good. But Beth Mitchell Memorial Scholarship, that is the remembrance outside of any memories you have on the dance floor of doing that and help send someone to college. I think it's great.
Great words.
All
Barry,
right,
thanks so much for being with us
Appreciate
this
it.
morning.
Congratulations again on Citizen of the Year.
That's very kind, absolutely. Stay tuned to more Carolina people with the chairman of the National Shag Dance Championships, Barry Thigpen, coming up next. You know, when you think of the Shaggin with the Stars and the National Shag Dance Championships, you're thinking of something fun. It may be all fun and games. It's not. The real thrill for Barry, you heard him talk about, obviously seeing some winners, seeing some losers, but the opportunity to recognize this elementary school teacher and the loss of her life about a decade ago, and recognizing the ability to continue to grow the Beth Mitchell Memorial Scholarship. We didn't talk about the Rotary four-way test and Barry's philosophy of life, but it ties in real well. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? You heard him talk about that, thinking about the scholarship. You can make a difference. Get out there that night. Get out there the 25th and 26th, that Friday and Saturday, or March 6th, 7th, and 8th. Take the time, or to learn more, pick up the phone, 222-6706, 222-6706, to learn more about the National Shag Dance Championships, but more importantly, to learn more about the Beth Mitchell Memorial Scholarship. Take the time.